In our weather, of course, it's very typical for this point in the year, late August and early September, except we don't have any tropical threats. So we'll get into our local forecast first, and then we'll talk about the tropics quickly because we don't expect any effects from the tropics in the next several days, at least, if not longer. Current temperatures, no surprise, right around 90 degrees for a lot of spots. And here are those feels like temperatures, the heat index, very noticeable today. It has been, of course, very humid, very common for this point in the year. Live radar mostly quiet, starting to see just a little bit of activity way far north in Washington Parish and Pearl River County. Today, we will keep the rain chance near about 50%, very similar to what we've had the past few days. High temperatures about 92. That would be just a smidge above average for this point in the year. And then tonight, our evening and nighttime rain chance will be dwindling down to about 20% with lows north and south in the 70s. So here's our high resolution model. Just like I was saying earlier, later today, 2 p.m. and then on toward 5 p.m. You can see it might be a little later that we get the showers and storms, but we're still expecting a pretty decent amount of the scattered showers and thunderstorms. 9 p.m., a lot of this starts to calm down. Overnight, pretty quiet. And a peek ahead at tomorrow on your Wednesday, 7 a.m. starting off quiet. We'll fast forward to the middle of the day, kind of like today. We may not see all that much just yet at lunchtime, but by the afternoon, here is a little bit of rain, but we actually lowered the rain chance a bit tomorrow and Thursday to about 40%. That could be the case into the evening hours. Now, quickly back over to the tropics. We were watching the Caribbean Sea with a really low chance of development. Now it looks like it's not going to develop the little trough of low pressure that we've been talking about. There's really just some moisture, some clouds and showers, but we're not really looking for any actual organization with any sort of system, and certainly nothing coming to our part of the Gulf Coast in the next several days at least. This is the spot Invest 91 that may develop into a depression or tropical storm Danielle by late this week or this weekend. One more wave near Africa has a chance of development, but both of these are looking like they will stay far from our area. And in fact, this one might move into some cooler waters and drier air pretty fast. So even if this one develops, it may take a while, or it may not last very long, I should say. Now, the Invest 91 looks like it will take that curve that we like to see off to the north, outside of the Caribbean, and maybe even before it gets near the Bahamas. We will see, but this one taking that more northward kind of track. So we're not really looking, again, as I've been saying, at any sort of threats anytime soon. We've only had the 3 named storms. Last year at this time, we had 11. We were sick of storms at this time, and really we've had such a long stretch without any activity this year. Averages for this time of the year at August 30th, 6 named storms and 2 hurricanes. And we're not anywhere near that. So, of course, it's been a super slow season. And just a few things about that. If we finish August tomorrow with no named storms, it's set to be the first August in 25 years that that's happened. And in fact, if we make it to Saturday with no storms, named storms in the Atlantic Basin, that would be the record longest gap. That would put us at 62 days since the last named storm, which was Colin in early July. Since 1966, by the way, only one season has been as quiet as this current one and ended up above average, like the forecasts have been. That source is from Dr. Kim Wood at Mississippi State. That's where I got my master's degree in meteorology, too. So why so quiet? Mid-level dry air is the big thing. Consistent Saharan dust just spilling out from Africa over the ocean. There is still some wind shear, even though La Nina, which we're in, tends to decrease wind shear. We still have some, especially in some parts of the basin. And the Eastern Pacific has been much more active, and often there's an inverse relationship when it's active over there, less active in the Atlantic, and vice versa. But even now, look at all the Saharan dust, not only near the Caribbean, but another big plume coming out from the coast of Africa. So 7-day forecast shows our rain chances fairly consistent, maybe a touch higher starting Friday as a front slides into our area and sparks some of those scattered showers and thunderstorms, possibly lasting through the weekend.